Hello, welcome. My name is Ellen, and I want to thank you for purchasing one of the decks of our very first Severson Nature Knowledge trading cards. These are them. We were so excited to get these published this last year, and we're very excited that you bought a deck. So what do you get with these cards? Why would you buy them, and what can you do with them? All awesome questions. So first, let's talk about the cards. These are cards that were made by me for you to help you learn about nature and some of the nature of Severson Dells and Winnebago County here in northern Illinois. Each card has a photograph on the front that I've taken. This is usually something from Severson Dells or Winnebago County. All of these are things that occur here, but I may have taken the photograph someplace else if I didn't find it here, or I've had a really good picture from previous years from other places where I've lived and worked. But all of the subjects are going to be things that are found here. On the back of each card is a nature journaling page that I have done that tells you a little bit of information about the thing that is the topic of that particular card. When you open up your deck, you're going to see there's a cover card with me on the back. You get an instruction booklet. You're going to get a set of 20 cards. We're going to talk about those in just a moment. But first, let's look at the instruction booklet. This is going to tell you a bit of the anatomy of the cards, why they're different colors, what the different colors mean, what the rare symbols mean, what the various symbols up here that you're going to see on your cards, and then what these blue circles and the red circles mean. So let's talk about that. Each card is color-coded depending on the topic of the card. For example, black cards are bird cards. Red cards are danger cards. Yellow cards are what we call non-biotic. It's like the sun is not something that it's not a plant or an animal. It's something non-biotic. Blue cards are mammals. Orange cards are reptiles and amphibians. Green cards are plants. Brown cards are fungi or lichen. Purple cards are invertebrates. These could be insects, it could be freshwater mussels, any animal without a backbone. And we will also have fish cards, which will be kind of a teal color. I don't happen to have any of those in this deck. So those are the different colors that you might encounter. Now, on some cards, we have rare symbols. And there's 3 different color rare symbols depending on which kind you get. You might have one that's just a rare card. I didn't print too many of these. And they have the green rare symbol on it, and it says rare card. You might have one that has an orange rare symbol on it. And the orange rare symbol means that it's something that's not necessarily common here at Severson Dells. Then we also have a yellow rare symbol, and the yellow rare symbol means that it is an endangered species. Now, this particular endangered species card is even more rare because while I have just a few printed of each of these rare cards, okay, there's not as many of these as there are of the common cards. So there's only a few of these printed. This one is the ultra rare card. It's the rusty patch bumblebee. It's a federally endangered species, and there's going to be even fewer of these cards available. I think right now I've got only 3 or 4 in circulation. And this has a kind of a holographic foil printing on it, and it's got the gold stripes on it. So if you get one of these, hang on to it because there's not many of them out there. Okay, when you look at your card, what are you going to notice? So you'll see this band on the side here with these little black symbols. One that looks like broccoli, those are trees. You've got one that looks like grasses. There's one that's a river or stream. We've got a pond or water, wetland area. we have a garden, and we have a city. So these are all the different habitats that are out there, and the ones that you see on the card are the habitats where your subject will occur. This one is a flower fly or a hoverfly, and you'll find that in grasslands, in cities, and in your gardens. So that's what the habitat symbols are. Down below that, you have a red circle. That red circle has a number in it. That's just the number value I gave to that card. So if you're playing a game where you're keeping points, those are the points that you're going to keep. So this one's worth 9 points. Oh, excuse me, that one's worth 2 points. This one is worth 9 points. The sun is worth 10 points. My opossum is worth 4 points. So those are just random numbers that I assigned. It doesn't have anything to do with how important that particular card is. It's just a number value that I gave to it. Below that is a blue circle. That blue circle indicates what we call the trophic levels, where that critter or plant is in the greater scheme of things. For example, if it's a carnivore, it'll have a C written in there, C for carnivore. If it is an herbivore, a plant eater, it'll have an H. An O is for an omnivore. PL means plant. PA means parasite. I have a few parasites in here. If it has a D, it's a decomposer. So that might be like the fungus, the mushrooms here. These are decomposers. Or if it has an X, like the sun, it's non-biotic. It's not a living thing. It's important as a part of nature, but it's not necessarily a living thing. Okay, so that's what those symbols mean. That can come in handy in some of the games you might play. Then over here, there is a pink circle with a number in it, and that's your card number. So you know this is card number 1, this is card number 34, this is card 39, this is card 18. You know, sometimes you just like to keep your cards in order. You want to know, do I have all the cards? Which one am I missing? I'm missing card number 12. Who has card number 12? I have 3 14s. I'll give you a 14 for a 12. You know, so you can do some trading, so you can get a complete set. So that's all those numbers are for. So that's the anatomy of your card. And now let's talk a little bit about, oh, I forgot to mention, the red cards are danger cards. And these are just things that we want you to be aware of that are out here. This one happens to be ticks. Ticks are considered a dangerous thing. So if you want to learn about ticks, you can learn a little bit about which ticks we have here, how to recognize them, and they are considered a danger card. Poison ivy would be another example of a danger card. So now that you've got your cards, what are you going to do with them? That's entirely up to you. You might want to just get the card that have the most points on them, and you want to say, I have the most points in cards. You can collect them for points. You may decide you want to collect all the invertebrate cards, so you want all the purple ones. You could do that too. Maybe your goal is to just have them all. Go for it. We like that too. Now what you can do is when you get enough cards together, there's a couple of games that we have written up in our instruction booklet here that you could play. One is a food web game, and it's kind of like dominoes. So with dominoes, you know, you have to have a certain card to start with. And with the food web game, you need a certain card to start too. And that would be the sun card, because all the food webs that are out here wouldn't happen if it weren't for the sun. So we do need to have the sun. And we'll do another video that shows you how to play that game. Another game that you can play is a rummy sort of a game. It's called Food Web Rummy. And again, that is in your instruction booklet. And we'll do a separate video with that as well. You can make up your own games too. There's nothing that says that you can't do that. So again, I want to thank you for purchasing your Severson Nature Knowledge trading cards. And I hope that you will enjoy using them, sharing them with your friends, and keep your eyes open for booster packs coming in the future.